Good morning. It's July the 5th, 2016. Time to kick off a week of trading, and we open this week's trading with lots of news. The Bank of England made its first move to ease. They lowered the capital requirements for their banking system, which is to free up £150 billion worth of extra lending capacity for the banking system. The problem right now, and I don't know what their rules are, is that in the United States you cannot borrow money if you need it. You can only borrow money if you don't need it. And so it doesn't matter how loose the controls are. Bankers aren't making loans these days in the States, and that's probably the case in Europe too. Italian banks are in trouble. Lots of words, heated words, angry words are being exchanged between the various parts of European Parliament, European Central Bank, and Italy's governing factor. And so, and China's lowered its yuan once again. So, the economic news is mixed out of Europe. Came in a little bit better with the PMI service numbers higher than forecast, generally speaking. And we've got news in the United States this morning. Factory orders minus 1%. And IBD tip economic optimism index at 49.3. The focus will be factory orders for treasuries in the direction of the E-mini. And we'll be, again, the Fed will allow orderly selling for 1 or 2 days, but that's it. So we could actually see some selling today in the E-mini with follow through to the downside. And it's pointed lower as it opens. If the E-mini continues to sell today, it will support treasuries. Otherwise, we've rejected prices above 133.25.5 and 133.29.5. So, the sell side today will be selling failure to take out basically 28 to the buck and 3 to 7. Buy side's pretty aggressive, 17 to 21. Better support in that 12 to 16 area than at 20. So our first buy zone is 21 to 17. Like 17 better than 21, and then 9 to 13. Really what it boils down to is which way is the E-mini going to go today. And right now, while it's headed lower, you can't count on the E-mini ever selling. A lot of people don't understand the dynamic, but quite often, especially in treasuries, you come in and you'll have a big run in the overnight session due to news from a different part of the world, and it's real easy for those highs to stick. We used to plan on London. Right now, it looks like a lot of people are jumping the gun. They're trading continental time, or the moves start in Frankfurt. Get the jump on London. And all these major firms have trading desks in all the world's capital, and it's pretty easy to make that move happen. So right now on the 30-year, we've got 24 to 28. So 76, 76.04, sell 1. 76.11.15, sell 2. We had the breakout from 75.14. Got a London low here at 13. So 12 to 16. We have first little support band, 5 to 9 buy 1. And then 29 to 01 buy 2. The E-mini continues to sell. We should have buyers in treasuries. Well, gold's up, pointing to the Italian banking problems. Puerto Rico defaulted last week. City of Chicago for their pension plans for teachers and funding their school. I mean, to fund their schools is floating a bond issue that their pension funds they want to be able to buy, and that's not even junk paper anymore. But again, the taxpayer ultimately ends up with a bill. So gold holding its own, rejecting prices below 44. We're at 49 right now, so 44, 46 by 1. 39.41 by 2. On the sell side, 54 to 56, sell 1. Don't really like the short side of the market. 59 to 61, sell 2. And it's just lots of reasons, emotional reasons to buy gold, and fundamental economic reasons to buy gold right now. The euro tried to trade higher, but stalled. At least it stalled when I looked at it. You can see that volume is holding in this 1160 area. So again, we find ourselves 112 even. Sell 1, round number. 25, sell 2. On the buy side, 1150 buy 1, and 1125 buy 2. Crude oil got slammed. It is pointed lower, so we're back to our is 46 support or is 47 support, and it is definitely pointed lower now. Here's the London split, definitely dealing with a B. So I think we're headed for 47. So 47 even, 47 and a quarter by 1. Then 46. 25 to 50 by 2. Probably have to go back to nickel increments here. On the sell side, we spilled from 48. We're at 54, so 75 to 48, sell 1. 48 and a quarter, 48.50, sell 2. Article out over the weekend where they have revised gasoline consumption down by a bunch for the United States in April and May. So the gasoline usage that everybody's been trading off of, that was taken away from them. Things aren't as rosy as our government would have us believe in the press. That really is just, the press has just deteriorated into a propaganda arm of the government. Wonder when they're going to change their name to Vestia or Pravda. It's a joke. Thank goodness for the internet, though. We actually do have alternate news sources. And, really the best press on the United States comes out of England. You'll get more accurate reporting from them than you will from ours. Okay, started in Frankfurt, the selling. Last rotate up in London was 90. Then we had a high of 88. Then we had a high of 87.50. And now we have a high of 86. And we're at 82. So 85 to 90, sell 1. 94.99 sell 2. A limit sell at 84.50 against this high volume number would work. Have a high volume number here at 87.50. We've got this high volume number at 87.50. So structurally, selling 87.25, a limit sell at 87.25 against that number, and that number would work. May have to come in lower. On the downside, I think we are headed lower. So let's 80. We'll put a question mark at 80. 75, 77 by 1. And then 66, 71 by 2. Like I said, this market can sell for a day or two if the bottom doesn't fall out of it. And we head fake. Let's expect some sort of a rally off the opening to give us better trade location. Sell it, then if we can't take out the overnight low, we'll look to do something else. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. Going to get busy on that. Be back with you as soon as possible.